Chelsea 5, West Ham 1. You know what, yeah, I don't even know how to actually analyze this game because I don't know if West Ham were that bad or if Chelsea were that good. I don't actually know. I was watching the game. Like, I wasn't watching it intensely. Obviously, I want West Ham to win the game, but I'm watching the game, West Ham score, and I'm thinking, yeah, just anything can happen there. Palmer's not playing. Then it just, sometimes you're just thinking, anything like I don't actually know what West Ham are doing. But the thing is, the reason why I'm saying that is because I was talking to my cousin who's a West Ham fan, and he was like, he said how bad West Ham. He's a season ticket holder at West Ham, and he was like, he goes, D, after the first, I wish I could play the voice note, but he goes after the first 2 minutes, after the first like the second goal, I would have left. He goes, I didn't even go today. I'm not going to West Ham because the owners, this we got a free stadium. This is what he said to me in the voice note. We got a free stadium. We don't sign no players. All of this stuff, and I was just thinking, sometimes I forget that you got a free stadium. I forget that sometimes you got a free stadium. A whole like most clubs have got to pay £1 billion for their stadiums. You get a free stadium, and you're not even showing ambition in the fans' eyes. And then on the flip side of it, you look at it like when they won the European Cup with Declan Rice and all of that, and David Moyes, the fans wanted him out. So then you're looking at it like, whoa, do you guys actually deserve this? Because this is the other side of the coin. You wanted David Moyes out for winning a trophy, and he wouldn't be looking like he's getting relegated. That's for certain. He's gone to Everton. Everton are not going to get relegated. They didn't get relegated last year, and they won't be getting relegated this year. So that's how you look at it. And then you think, what are they really doing? Because that even though they scored early, they weren't even in that game. And I'm looking at Chelsea, and I'm trying to think, can you even judge this game properly? Because West Ham are so bad. West Ham lost to Sunderland on the first game of the season. They lost to Sunderland, so I don't even know how to judge Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea can do what they got to do. Like, they've got to do everything they got to do. And I know people are going to be getting mad and giving them all the props and all the praise because at the end of the day, you can only beat who's in front of you. And it's not just that. They score goals from all angles. João Pedro scoring goals and he's assisting. Chalobah scored. Neto scoring. They got goals everywhere all over the pitch. Casado scoring. Like, Palmer didn't play and then they're still managing to. It doesn't even make no difference. It didn't even look like it looked like he was playing. There's no difference to the team. Esteval comes in, like he gave away the first goal because the goal was his fault. But then after that, he just looks like a quality player. He's not going to play as much as he thinks, but he's a quality player. But I'm just looking at it like it's hard to judge this game because West Ham are so bad, and I think most teams are going to beat them this year, home or away. Home or away. So, but then again, Chelsea got to do what they got to do. It's Friday night, first game of the game week. They got to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all they can do. And if Chelsea want to be in the title race, you have to win these games, especially as you drew the first game, and you really should have lost. So I can't even knock them. I know they got a start. They got like a easier start than what we have, and then what Man United have, and then what Man City have as well. Even Liverpool got a tricky start. So Chelsea really have to get off to a good start. But what I hate the most about these teams is when they give them like goal difference, man. 5-1. Like, I don't know if you should ever win 5-1 in the Premier League like that. Especially second game of the season. Like, how different are these teams, man? Like, West Ham are like a championship team. Like, they like Graham Potter's playing football that they can't play. Like, they can't play that game. What they're trying to play, they can't play. I can probably guarantee he's gonna get sacked, and then they'll try and get in another manager like they always do, like a Sam Allardyce or Tony Pulis, and try and stay in the league. One of those guys, and then they'll go back in a circle. So it might even make sense for West Ham to go down because this whole cycle is just boring. Like, you get Moyes, who's a steady manager, but he wins something, he's steady, progression bit by bit, he's a steady guy, then you get bored of him. So then you're gonna get an exciting manager. Then he can't get the job done. So then you sack him, but then you go back to a boring to stay in the league. It's a cycle, it's boring. West Ham have been doing this for years. They've been doing this for years. Went to Pellegrini, then they went to, you know what I mean, Sam Allardyce, then you went to I think they had Zola for a bit, then they go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Do you know what I'm saying? It's boring, man. Like West Ham is boring. Like it might benefit them to go down because you go down, and I think if they do go down, I don't think they're coming up anytime soon. So this is a different time now. I think most teams now, unless you're gonna put the money in the team, and if you go down, Bowen, I know he's on a long contract, but he's gonna be thinking, like, what am I doing playing in the championship? Paqueta's definitely gonna be leaving. Like, so they're signing players like Callum Wilson on a pay as you play contract. Like, what's that about? Are you trying to stay in the league or not? Like, I don't know, man. It's between them, Burnley, Wolves, Brentford. But West Ham are right in it. They're not even competing with Chelsea today. They didn't even compete. That was one of the easiest games you'll see. That was Chelsea in second gear. That wasn't even them properly. They didn't even have to do anything. They didn't have to do anything. They scored straight away. They're creating, like, there's gaps everywhere. There's spaces everywhere. Like, Potter really should be managing a team when he's got a lot, like, not a relegation standard team. Potter can't manage a relegation standard team right now. Managing a relegation standard team now, it requires a different level of tactical nous, isn't it? You can't very rarely do teams at the bottom of the table or struggling manage to stay in the league playing that way unless you got the quality. Very rarely. Burnley tried it when Company was there when they came up, went straight back down. I remember Blackpool, Ian Holloway a few years ago. Charlie Adam was doing all of that stuff. They were high up in the table for a long time. A part of the season didn't work. Even Leeds tried it. They didn't work. Most of these teams trying it doesn't work. You need to stay in the league. You need to stay in the league. And West Ham are doing the same thing. And I'm almost certain that they'll go down, man. They got enough quality to stay up, but they'll go down. The way they played today, especially against Chelsea, and Chelsea they didn't even got their best player on the pitch. They didn't even got their centre back. Their defense is weak, and West Ham are not making zero chances. Wan-Bissaka looks all over the place. Their defense looks a mess. Their midfield is slow. They got Ward-Prowse and Souček in the middle of the park. What are you gonna do with that? Them man can't run. They still got Souček playing and Ward-Prowse. Like, come on, man. This is Premier League football. Like, you lot got to stay in the league, bruv. You got to stay in the league. But I think they'll end up sacking Potter at some point because he can't. He ain't gonna be able to do anything. This is 5-1 to Chelsea. That could have been like 7 or 8-1. It could have been 7 or 8-1. But in terms of Chelsea, though, you got to take confidence from this and just say, you know what, we beat a team that we're meant to beat and just keep it moving. Like, at least because it could have got sticky. It could have got sticky. It could have been when they went 1-0 down. It could have got tricky. So yeah, I feel like they just did what they had to do. It's hard to analyze it because West Ham was so bad. So you don't even know where Chelsea are. They just couldn't beat a team that's in front of them that are playing poorly. Just beat them, man. That's what you got to do. For teams that bad, just beat them up, man, and keep it moving. That's exactly what you got to do, and that's what they done. So I expect us to do the same thing when we play West Ham. I don't care. That's what I'm on. But yeah, man, like the video, subscribe, share, comment, whether it's good or bad. And that's it, really. That's my take on this game, man. Just waiting for tomorrow. And as far as I'm concerned, Eze needs to be in the squad. That's my thing.